originally told him 9, but
Yeah, but we ran the practice, so.
yeah, I didn't know you were gonna run that because I'm like, oh, he's running it. Well, then I
Well,
might as well get in.
I was going. Hey, I won $50 earlier, bro. At running a Talladega Daytona race. I'm racing for 125 tomorrow, in a damn. It's like a team race. Me and Slabs is racing together. This dude's sponsored by fucking Valero, Napa, Wex, all kinds of stuff. He's got like 15,000 followers. Have you ever heard of On Top Racing?
No.
Yeah, this
All
dude's
right.
got a bunch of damn followers too, bro. And it'd be cool to get a good all track shit going and get something like that rolling too.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. Hashtag Broadcasting coming back to you guys again here tonight. Kind of a late notice. I only kind of made this public a couple hours ago that we were going to go live tonight. I've got Kenrod in here with me tonight. What's going on, Kenrod?
Not much, bro. Glad to see you doing good tonight. Hey everybody. Eagle's got an announcement here. Hear what he's got to say?
Yeah, so I'm going to wait a little bit until people get in here, but I know it's late. Most people will probably watch this afterwards, but
Yeah, that was a good race tonight. Good practice race for exclusive.
yeah, that practice race went good. The first 2 stages, dude, I kid you not. So I missed qualifying, so I had to start dead last. Within 6 laps, I was up to 10th, and then spun out on the apron. So then I went all the way to the back. Yeah, so then I went all the way to the back, and then that caution came out. So I loosened the car up, right? So then I drove all the way through. Pittman got the wall, wrecked again, started dead last again. Never adjusted my car back. So here it's really loose. We finally got a long run. After about 20 laps, wrecked myself because I'm running a qualifying car. So then I had to start in the back again, and finally drove to the front and won it by 5 seconds. But
Yeah,
cars are rocket
crazy.
ship, man. I'm excited for Sunday. Exclusive's got a good thing going on. But
Yeah, they really do.
yeah, so yeah, ran a couple practices earlier this week, and I got a good car, man. As long as I can make that first stage and hopefully no untimely cautions come out in the
Yeah,
second and third stage. But
that's going to be the key. Caution does come out. I hope it's in the first stage. That way it kind of splits it up and we ain't got to worry about tires then. We can just go.
yeah, I'm just trying to send this link, trying to get
Alrighty.
this link going
Yeah,
around.
it went through. It went through.
Okay. If you're watching out there, feel free to leave a comment. See what's going on out there. Looks like we got Heavy in the chat.
What up, Heavy?
He said it seems like that car needs to go through inspection again.
It does,
Yeah.
bro. I'm telling you, it ain't no joke.
Yeah, car's a banger, man. Won the Dash for Cash race with it. Won the FTR race with it last year. With Typical in there, and
No, you
and
kicked our ass in that Dash for Cash race, bro.
dude, I remember I was running Typical down, and he spun out on the apron in front of me with like 3 laps left. Or maybe even like 6 laps left. I don't remember
You
exactly,
beat the
but
brakes off of us in that Dash for Cash race.
and I only made it better. I made it a little bit better for this week, but yeah, man, I'm excited for Sunday.
I am
Five
too.
second
I've
gap
got
on
a
the
good
field.
car. That's the thing, I could stick with Shovel and Phil Filler and those guys. I could even get up beside of them, but it was just like they had just a little more bite up off of the corner than I did, and they could squirt out in front of me off the turns, man.
No, Heavy, not a. I gotta correct you there. It's not a 5 second gap with a Q car. So what I was saying was, when that caution came out in the first stage, there was only like 10 laps left. So I loosened the crap out of it, and then when the stage ended, I never adjusted it back. So when I ran the second stage, spun out and wrecked, and I had to restart like dead last, and I practiced it like 3 times. But then I adjusted it back for the third stage, and finally had a stage not go bad. But do you know Kenrod is McLovin racing Sunday, or is he just making the practice? I thought Tome was in for him.
I don't. That's what Tone's racing for. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I thought Tone was in for him this week. McLovin was lagging a lot too, so I kind of think he
Oh
was just
yeah,
practicing.
Shovel was too really bad, but I mean it was a quick spike lag and then it stopped.
Yeah, I saw everybody twitching there. I saw Martin twitching a little bit. I went and bought.
Yeah.
So Kenrod, I went out last Sunday and bought a $42 100-foot Ethernet cord. So on Wednesdays and Sundays, I can plug that sucker into the router and run it all the way through my house.
I ain't seen you. Hey,
it works, man. It works.
Yeah, hey, it works, bro.
Alrighty, Kenrod. So we actually have a good group of people in here now. Some people have joined. If you're watching, leave a comment, see what's going on out there before we get into some stuff. We're just hanging out, chilling right now. Sorry, I know it's really late, 10:30. I wanted to do this at 9, and Kenrod said he wanted to do it with me, and I got on, and Kenrod was running the practice for exclusive, so I figured I'd come on and...
everybody.
Yeah, it's Kenrod's fault. It's always Kenrod's fault. So I ran that, and then decided we'll do it here, and it's going on blazing. Alright. Think we should get into it, Kenrod?
Yeah, man. Let's get it over with.
Alright. So as everybody knows, I've been with FTR since the start. This is gonna sound like a lot like that Jason Kelsey retirement speech on Wednesday. Did you see that, Kenrod?
Yeah, he's crying, bro.
You crying the whole time. But yeah, no. So been with FTR actually before the FTR days even started. You go back to FOC and yeah, so we go back, I think we started in the summer there of 2020, and we've been going on for a while, and man, we've done a lot of great things. Billy's done a lot of awesome things for FTR over the last couple years. We've been around. This summer it'll be 4 years. FTR has been around longer than most of the guys that race in the league have raced on this game. Like, they joined the game, and FTR's already been around for a couple years, and FTR rose to the top. We go back to Season 2 when we added B-League, and then we added the C-League, and then we had our first draft with all the drivers and teams, and we had 5 teams, I think, 6 teams, and everybody was picked to a team across the 3 series, and then we did away with that. Then you basically could have called FTR the Pro League there for a season with all the JCR guys and Mike RPM and Typical and all the guys, and it was just, the FTR was basically Pro League there for a season, and since then, I feel like the last couple seasons has just been hard-nosed racing, been on normal draft and just kind of just hard-nosed racing, and it's just been fun. But of course, Billy going into retirement, heavy, but yeah, so Billy going into retirement there at the end of last season, he's been on this game for as long as I have. He finally got burnt out and was taking a break there and appointed, 3 admins, and I feel like it's been good since then. I feel like we've kind of done a lot of good things, but there's just some things that I can't really agree with, and I know I let Billy know exactly what those things were a couple weeks ago, or actually I think it was last week, and I really don't even know where to start. I'm not going to get into specific details, and I'm not trying to bash FTR in any way, and I won't, because I've got nothing but support, and FTR is my home, and
guys, bro.
dude, it's a family group, man. Guys help each other, and all the garages that are out there with people that are in there just trying to learn. And it's insane what FTR is put on. But with that being said, Kenrod, I am announcing that I am departing from FTR. I said it, departing from FTR. Hopefully mutual. It's mutual on my end. Hopefully mutual, and stepping down from admin, and reason being, because I know everybody's going to want the reasons. I'm not going to bash anybody. I'm just going to say I feel like it's not really fair exactly how it's been going in there. And what I mean by that is really just the workload. All the things that Billy appointed 3 admins, not 1. And I tried my best not to run it as 1. I did everything I could to get the other 2 admins involved. But it just felt like they were, when it came to making decisions, everybody was front and center. Everybody was there. Everybody was throwing their opinions around, and I feel like a lot of them were unfair and biased. And if people want details, I'll get into details. But it was really just when it came to the workload, I kid you not, 100% of it was on me. Like, I'm not even gonna step and say 99%. I'm gonna say 100%. The PS chats, the Pro-Am, and the Elite, the Overflow, and the new practice chat. I went out of my way to make a separate practice chat because the other one's been around for like 3 years. So I went out there, made a brand new practice chat, and that took a lot of time. 60 guys.
That's fair and true, bro. I've watched that with my own eyes this season.
60 guys, and I made all 5 practice chats. Billy was originally going to do the points. I'm not really sure what happened, but now I'm stuck doing the points for all 3 series every week, which is a pain in the butt because then I got to go find the results for each series and the finishes and yeah, so it's just I didn't mind doing the points, but I kid you not, I don't have time to do the points.
Help, bro. No, a little help goes
I kid you not, and this isn't even a lie. I sat in the bathroom at my job today doing Pro-Am points just so I could get them done because everybody wanted them done. I mean, and I don't blame people for wanting them done.
No, dude, you want to know the points.
People want to know the points. You know, Pro raced on Sunday and Pro-Am on Tuesday. Wednesday was already 2 days ago. Like, people want to know the points. And I feel bad trying to do the points, and I'm 5-6 days late. We're 2 days away from a new week, Martinsville. So it's just, not to mention, I wasn't originally supposed to be doing the points. That was on Billy, but I was perfectly fine taking it in. But then again, what, am I the only admin? When it comes to the work, am I the only admin? Because there's 2 other admins that I don't think they did anything other than discuss and throw opinions. Like, that was it. Like, I kid you not, that was it. When it came to making the PS chats, when it came to doing the points every week, when it came to digging through streams to find penalties, I was messaging people, making sure, like Momster. He was accused of wrecking people on purpose at Dover. I went and messaged him. I went and investigated the streams to make sure it wasn't intentional, and it wasn't. Not to mention when we picked numbers. I spent a whole weekend trying to get 60 guys a number picked. And I was trying to do it as fair as I could. And, with the 2-hour rule, if you don't pick your number in 2 hours, we go to the next guy. And it was a lot of things that it just felt like it was all on me. But then when it came to a decision, when it came to talking about, what guys belonged in what series, when it came to deciding what draft we want to run, race details, and it just felt like, well, now all of a sudden everybody else is good enough to get involved and talk, And again, my intention was never to be the only admin. I didn't want to be the only admin, and I wasn't. But I also was. When it came to making decisions, when it came to making decisions, there was 4 of us, including Billy. But when it came to doing stuff and literally keeping the league on the ground, there was 1 of us. And again, I'm not trashing anybody. I'm not trashing anybody. I've got nothing but respect for FTR. This league has been around. This is season 8. Most leagues can't say they've been around for a quarter of that. Most leagues are done after a year. And we've been around for 8 seasons. At 4 calendar years almost. We're only a couple months away from 4 calendar years that FTR has been around. And FTR has done everything. FTR has done everything. From drafts to, you could have called it the Pro League in season 5 or 6, whichever one it was. We've done everything. We've got multiple series, we've got broadcasters, draft. We had the FTR draft. We've done so much. And Billy has done so much. I've got nothing but respect for Billy and Miss FTR. I've got nothing but respect for every driver that's ever raced in FTR. I just felt as if, and I told Billy exactly how I felt just a week ago about it. But check out some of these comments, because they're blowing up, Kenrod.
Uh-oh. Well, we might as well get into the second half of stuff, bro. need to get in there.
Okay, so I'm looking at these comments here. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, Heavy wants specific details. I've got details for you, buddy. I know, Miss FTR,
Well,
Billy can't take a break for a season. You know, I tried, but there's 3 of us, not 1 of us. And I mean that. Like, I mean that. And you know what? I made this point before. I think I made this... I never said it publicly, but I made this point before. I was telling Kenrod before we went live. If you took Enel and removed him as an admin and left me and JD, nothing would change. Nothing. If you removed JD as an admin and kept me and Enel, not much is going to change. If you remove me as an admin and kept Enel and JD, like Miss FTR just said, Billy's going to have to come out of retirement. That's my point exactly. That is my point exactly. And I understand the workload Billy has taken on every year. And he's had a lot of support, he's had a lot of help, and he wants to take a break. I completely understand that. But if I'm going to be, when it comes to the workload, the only admin, then how come the other 2 admins are only good enough when it comes to making decisions? When it comes to, making decisions. Like when we agreed Nizzy should have went from Elite to Pro. You know what? I'll get into some details. When we agreed to put Nizzy from Elite into Pro, we all agreed that he should have been in Pro before this season even started. That's where Billy originally had him. But something happened. I think he was working on Sundays. He couldn't do it. He wanted to make the jump to Elite. We all agreed after a couple races. Kenrod, I think you agreed as well. The 3 admins came to agreement. Billy, we were going to move him down. I had to read many books from Nizzy, because Nizzy was very upset, which I understand, but he should have moved down. I felt like Pro was the series he should have belonged in.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, nothing
but then,
against him.
Yeah, nothing against him. He agreed he should have been in Pro. But JD and Enel, on top of that, wanted to move him all the way back down to Pro-Am. All because he was too aggressive. That doesn't make any sense. Pro-Am isn't the dumping ground for aggressive drivers. We determine the series the drivers belong in fairly, and that's how Billy has always done it. You put the drivers in the series they belong in. And then I had to have a long argument with Enel and JD explaining why Nizzy should be in Pro. And then Billy comes out and says, yes, Nizzy, he agreed with me. He belongs in Pro. Then we stamped it, and he went to Pro. It's like that for everything, though. Everything. And if you want more details, I've got many more details. Before the season even started, I had to sit JD down with Shady. Because they had an issue from, I don't know, a year back, 6 months back. I had to sit JD down because JD told me, if you don't remove Shady, I'm gonna leave. So we're already in a predicament before the season even started. This is like a week after we're announced as admins. And he's already basically abusing his power. There's guys in the league that I don't necessarily get along with, but you won't see me kick them out or remove them because I don't like them. You're an admin. You have to run the league like an admin, like a league owner. You can't not like somebody. I had to sit JD down with Shady just so they could come to terms so I wouldn't lose either of them. Because JD's an admin. I didn't want to lose him, but I'm not about to kick Shady out for no reason. And that's just, there's another incident that happened just a couple weeks later that I had to do the same thing. So, that, just a couple examples. I'm not stirring drama. I'm actually getting away from it, And the thing about this season so far with FTR is when it comes to the drivers, there's been virtually no drama. Virtually none. All the drama has been amongst the admins. And 99% of that isn't even the admins arguing. It's me trying to keep people in check from making biased decisions like what I just explained. Let me read some more of these comments. Okay, Miss FTR. Yeah, no, I completely understand. I completely understand why Billy's coming at her, why Billy's going into retirement. You guys have a grandbaby on the way. I am 100%. He's been on this game for 4 calendar years. He deserves to go on a retirement. But like I just explained, he appointed 3 admins. Not 1. It didn't feel like 3. It only felt like 3 when it came to decision time. When it came to making rule changes, there were 3. But when it came to actually doing things that physically keep the league on its feet, there was 1. And I just gave you multiple examples. I mean, Kenrod, do you want to give your example that you gave me, that how you were treated by an admin? And this is actually the second time in the last week by that same admin, just blowing up on people?
Like he in town blew up on me for no good reason. I mean, yeah, we had a little bit of an accident there at the end of the Homestead race, but he literally blew up on me and said that I slammed him into the wall, and then started cussing me out like a dog until I pulled up the video and showed it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Billy handled that, and he said, you're not anywhere close to being in the wrong. But that's the thing, I've not seen it, like nothing be done to him about it. I mean, if I did that to my guys in TCR, I would be suspended even with me being a captain.
Well,
Like,
the difference there, Kenrod, is if you have 2 drivers in a dispute, admins are there to diffuse it. But if you're an admin, and this is the second time in the last week, same admin, if you're an admin, you can't just blow up on people. You can't just start throwing cuss words left and right, leaving whole paragraphs for people to read, and you're supposed to be running the league or representing the league. All the things.
You can't lie either. Like, he literally lied through his teeth and told everybody that, and everybody that's in there heard him say, I literally slammed him into the wall.
I heard it.
And I barely touched him, if even feather touched him.
And I actually went back and looked at your clip, Kenrod, and looked at his, and obviously Billy okayed it. But I don't even know if you did touch him. It looked like you drove it into the corner, tried to clear him, slid up, but you left him a lane. You did not slam him into the fence. He got loose and came down and hit your left rear, or right rear. But regardless, racing incident, you got an admin cussing a driver out. Second time in the last week. And you know what? This is something else that gets me. If somebody can pinpoint one thing I've done wrong, because I can pinpoint about 20 by the other admins, but if you can pinpoint, as I just did, but if you can pinpoint one thing that I did wrong as an admin, I feel like I was more professional this season as an admin when it came to running the league as I think I've ever been on the game. And then I have to watch and see all the backlash the admins are getting. You know, this is before this stream. You know, I've seen messages and heard things that people are saying about the admins, and that when they're talking about admins, they're generally talking about the 3 admins running the league. And I don't think you can pinpoint one thing I've done wrong.
Well,
if you can, maybe 1 or 2 things. I mean, and it doesn't hold near to the level of what I explained a little bit ago.
As far as JD goes, love him. Ain't ever had a problem with him. You, love him. Ain't never had a problem with him. Billy, love him. Ain't never had a problem with him.
Yeah, this isn't a bash session at all. This is not the same thing that happened a couple weeks ago. This is not... We're not coming up here to bash. You know, like I opened it up explaining the things that we've accomplished as FTR. I am 100%... I love FTR. I mean, I've been in this league for almost 4 calendar years. And you know, 8 seasons. But I'm at work, sitting in the bathroom, doing points, while other people are sitting on their couches, doing other things. You know?
Cheetos, bro.
Yeah, like... And the part about it is I messaged Billy. I left him an 11-minute voice message explaining exactly what I just explained. And I gave him more details rather than just the couple examples I gave. And again, I'm not even bashing Eno or JD. I'm just explaining my side of what's going on. I'm not bashing them. And like I said earlier, I'm mutually splitting. It's mutual on my end. You guys can take it how you want. It's mutual on my end. But again, if somebody can pinpoint something that I did wrong as an admin to deserve all the hate the admins have gotten this season, I feel like I'm getting hated on because I'm not getting help by the other admins. Again, you never hear from the other admins unless it's decision time. Unless we're talking about penalties or rule changes. When it comes to the work, I'm sitting in the bathroom at my job trying to get Pro-Am points done. You know? And this is every week. You know?
That's not fair.
I mean, I took Wednesday off. I took Wednesday off. The second I was hired this job, I got Wednesday off. Just so I could run this league. Or at least help run it. You know? And
that's commitment, bro. That's commitment.
And again, I'm not bashing anybody. This is not a bash session. I'm just explaining my side of it. And I don't need people coming in here cussing at us. You know, this isn't the same thing that happened a couple weeks ago. Where, you know, this is mutual. Any more comments here?
Well, it's fair for you to tell your side of the story, bro. And how you feel. Well, no, trust me, bro. I've enjoyed running with FTR. That's the thing. Like, I just joined this season, and I've had a super amount of fun, except for some of the driving that's went on. But Billy can't help that. You can't help that. There's not a lot you guys can do by yourself.
Yeah, no. And we discussed we discussed just after the race Wednesday, because Billy was in it. He saw exactly everything that happened. And we discussed a little bit, and we did make a few changes. We did move a couple guys out, but the racing has very little to do with, you know, the whole decision. You know, it's more or less. And looking at some of these comments, people. Reading some of these comments. But I mean, I went to Billy and explained start to finish. And we were supposed to get together and make changes. Or at least discuss some things. But, I mean, Enel was even told right afterwards about the whole blowing up on people. You know, if you're going to be a racer, then you can be a racer, and admins are there to solve disputes. But if you're an admin, you can't be blowing up on people. And everybody knows me. I've been aggressive. I've been, I've been, how do I say it? I've been, like, involved in many racing incidents.
Trust
I have
me,
not
bro.
cussed a single person out this year.
I'm the first motherfucker that'll cuss somebody out real quick, like on the track for doing something stupid. I let him sit there and talk to me like that and didn't do nothing but put my video in the chat. I let that do the talking instead of me doing the talking and getting in trouble, arguing back with him. That's how it should be handled.
Now, Kenrod, starting to. Do you think we should announce the second half of it now?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I'm just reading some of these comments. I just want to see the responses. Because if somebody can give me a solution to the problem, you know, I'm not even going to announce the second half of this.
Well,
but,
I mean, that would be something I would suggest, is just getting together and talking with him, and then if that, I mean, yeah. If you want to wait, bro. I mean, that's completely and totally up to you. But I would try to find a solution to something and help out the problem instead of make it worse, in my opinion. Because you sound like you really love FTR. And hell, I do, bro. I ain't been here that long, and I love it. I love the guys. I love the atmosphere. It's a good group of fucking guys, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, FTR's always been a group of guys that helps each other out. FTR's always been,
I've got a lot
Billy's
of
called
help
it
from
family.
FTR guys, and hell, I'm a TCR guy.
Yeah.
But I still get help from everybody. And trust me, I didn't feel that this past week, bro. Not at all. I kind of felt like I wasn't welcome at all.
So that's pretty much our side of it. If there's a solution that somebody can give me, I mean, it's not an easy fix because this has been ongoing since the very beginning. You know, right from the very beginning. You know, having to be the mediator or the median in a conflict. Yeah, having to be the mediator in a conflict right from the start. And it was over a conflict of something that happened months ago. Months ago before the season started. And that was in January. That was months ago, you know? So
well,
it's just that's pretty much our end of it. They're saying just say it. We basically just explained our side of it. Oh, Billy wants to hear the second part. That's got nothing to do with... Yeah, that's... I mean...
Like I said, bro, if I was you, I'd talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I tried. I left him an 11-minute voice message, and he said we were going to get together, and a whole week later, we never did. We never did. And I'm not even going to lie, it sounded like from what he had told me, like after, you know, because I asked him what were we going to I pretty much asked him in a way what we were going to discuss that night, which we never did. And it was basically just making small changes. I don't think the changes that should be made, they're not necessarily small, you know? It's just, like I said, I look at it this way. The two other admins are good enough when it comes to making decisions. They're front and center and they're there. But when it comes to the hands-on, the stuff that legitimately keeps the league on its feet, it's not there. And it hasn't been there from the start. And the funny part about it is I even put that, I forget what we were discussing, that we were arguing over something a couple weeks ago about a decision. And again, for the third time, JD had told me he was just going to leave because he didn't like something that we were agreeing on or whatever it was. Third time. Mind you, we're 3 weeks into the season. Third time. Or 4 weeks into the season now. But third time. And I basically explained. I explained to JD and to Enel over message in our admin chat and explained to them that I had 100% of the workload. Everything that I explained to you guys, I explained to them. And I don't think I got the replies that I was given, they didn't even touch what I said. I can go back up and find those messages, but...
Well, I mean, if you've got his attention now, it would probably be best to talk. And show him the respect to be able to tell him how you feel. In my opinion.
Blazing's saying we could have admins or drivers vote for admins. That's interesting.
That's not a bad idea.
That's interesting. That's different. Billy, there's nothing to be scared about. The second part is completely... I mean, you know what? He's egging it on, Kenro. We might as well just explain the second part of it. It's really got...
Yeah, tell him how you... I mean, what's up, bro? I mean, he wants to know.
I mean, Billy, we explained our side of it. The second... I'll explain the second part of it here in a minute. I'm just saying. Yeah, no. FTR, for a while there, I was only running in one league. There really weren't, actually, you know, Giggity wasn't running, FRR wasn't running. For a while there was a lot of leagues I wasn't running. I was only running in FTR. But now I'm finally able to expand again, having the nights available to do so. Reading some of these comments, I gotta go up a little bit. I'm missing some. But yeah, again, it's mutual on my end. If people wanna take it to heart, I see Billy, the message there. Where the hell? Where'd it go? Oh no, that was Heavy that said that, not Billy. Yeah, no, Heavy. I'm not gonna lie, the Eagles of today is not the same Eagles it was 4 years ago. Stirring stuff up in the chats. I don't know if I've done that for a couple years. And yeah, again, making it all the way to an admin role. Again, you talk about dedication. I've been super dedicated to FTR. And again, I'm not. I mean, there's not even gonna lie, there's not really anything else to say. I explained my side of it. I explained what my disagreements are, and I explained these to Billy, a week ago, start to finish, and it's just been building, and it's been building right from the start. We had that whole ordeal with Rig, which is completely separate, but this isn't the same thing. Just voicing my opinion in a setting in which I don't have to hear insane backlash. But, Ken, are you still there? We'll get into the second part. They want to hear the second part.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're leaving, that's going to free up Wednesdays.
Yep. So, with that being said, like I said, I took Wednesdays off from my job so I could run FTR. So, I do have Wednesdays open. So, me and Kenrod do plan to open up another series on Wednesdays. We do plan to run it. I already made some of the rules. We have to make the schedule yet. We have to make all of the things and details. But like I said, I have Wednesdays completely open, so I might as well do something with it. See what we can do with it, and
if folks want to do low draft, we can do low draft. I mean,
yeah, I'm up in the air for. Yeah, no, we run normal draft on Wednesdays and low on Sundays, and both have good racing. There was a couple more wrecks on Wednesdays than there was in Sundays, except for Atlanta. That one was pretty bad for us.
Oh yeah,
on Sundays, but
yeah, other than that.
Yeah,
man,
so Heavy, it is kind of similar there in that ordeal. Yeah, both problems were the same thing with admins. I mean, in that ordeal, it's a reach. It is similar, but I'm not coming up here to cuss people out. Not coming up here to bash people. Like I said, FTR has done a lot of great things. It's just when it comes to the leadership role this year, I tried multiple times to the admins explaining my side of it, to Billy explaining my side of it, to the point to where I'm doing frickin' points in the bathroom at my job just because people want to see them, and I get it. I'm late. I'm behind, but last thing I want to do is put stuff back on Billy, who's in retirement. He's already having to come out and be somewhat present just because of some of the things that has happened this season revolving around admins. This is what I said earlier. The drivers, the racing, there's nothing, no drama. And it annoys me to death to know all the drama that's been caused has been behind the scenes amongst the admin chat. It isn't right. It isn't fair. I'm fed up with it. I've dealt with it since preseason, since before the season started, having to be the mediator in a conflict from crap that happened months ago, and then it happened again after Daytona, with the whole Shackett and JD thing, trying to sit him down and have a conversation. He told me the same thing. Then over in the admin chat, messaging with one of the ordeals. It's just, there's a lot of things that have happened in a very little bit of time. We're only a couple weeks into the season. And I'm annoyed. I'm going to work, doing points in the bathroom, just because I don't have help.
That's the thing, and that's what sucks, is you gotta do stuff by your damn self, bro. And be stuck like that. when you're supposed to have help, and that's not yours or Billy's fault, in my opinion. I mean, he put people in a place to do stuff for a reason. So that's a workload deal, but like I said, bro, I don't want to air out all the kind of nasty shit. I ain't really worried about none of that. That's not my business or why I'm here. Like I said, I enjoy racing with him. I damn sure enjoy racing with you. I love all the FTR guys, and I hope that we continue to get to race together in one way or another. But I didn't like the way that I got treated there the other night at all. That shit bothered me pretty bad. I mean, to just blatantly out and out lie, that was wrong. And to talk to someone like that and then just plain lie, that really sucked. And that was horseshit. Like I said, if I did that in my league, even though I'm half owners of it, I'd be suspended by the other captains.
Hold on, I do have to say one thing. I don't understand. People are trying to say we're just starting drama. Like I said, I tried many times.
Drama, bro.
I tried many times behind the scenes and explained exactly what I just said to people with power, and nothing was done. So I don't know. People are saying, come to this person, come to that person, have a conversation. This is all for drama. I'm just announcing that I'm leaving, and I'm announcing a different league. If there's drama, it's because of the other end. I mean, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not digging anybody into the ground. I'm not. If there's drama, it's because people don't like what has been said, and nothing that I've said is false, and nothing that I've said hasn't been said privately before. It's all been said behind the scenes. I've given it like 6 chances since the very beginning, and I'm at the point to where there's nothing else to say. You know, announce the new series, announce, you know, you can join it or not. I don't care. We already have enough guys. We already have a broadcaster lined up. So, you know, it is what it is.
Want to run? They're more than welcome to run. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I hope to still race with FTR guys. I'm not trying to start no shit or nothing like that. It just is what it is. He fucking
Miss FTR, I've been in touch. I see the comment there. I've been in touch with people. I mean, and this is what I don't get. They're saying get in touch with this person, get in touch with that person, this person, that person. I got in touch with the people in power. I got in touch with the admins. Why would I don't understand why I go messaging drivers that are just going to tell me go to Billy. Like, not to mention I've gone to people many times and people just call me a whiner and a whine ass and a crybaby. So, you know, then there's, you know, you get the shit end of the stick either way. You know, you don't say anything, keep your mouth shut, you know. Still get backlash because, you know, you leave and people don't like it. I mean, nothing I said, like I said, I'm not coming up here making stuff up. Not coming up here to just trash anybody. If you're taking it that way, then you're taking it that way. You know, I've said nothing bad about anybody. I've explained the facts of what happened this season. You know, I'm not coming up here calling people what was said in the other stream. Not, you know, but
well, I do agree to the fact that I think you and Billy do need to get in a chat and talk and hash shit out and just talk about things, bro.
I'd be more than happy to, but I feel like if that were to happen, the entire conversation would be wrapped around this stream. It wouldn't be wrapped around. It wouldn't be wrapped around the reason I'm leaving. We'd be talking about this stream. If we can get in a chat and talk about FTR, I'm all ears. But if we're gonna jump in a chat and people are gonna be unhappy because I voiced my opinion on my channel, I mean, I voiced it in private 4 or 5 times. You know?
That's true too. But
Well, I
y'all
mean, I
been
could have just
friends
blown
for
up
a
the
while.
chats. I could have just blown up the Discord chats like many people like to do. I guess that would have been a better option, according to some people.
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
that's one.
I reached out a lot. That's all I can say is I reached out a lot. And it was building. You know, this isn't just, you know, one thing happened and let's be over dramatic to it. You know, I mean, this is every week with something, you know? Like, I literally got FTR started this season, making all the chats, spending a whole weekend getting 60 guys numbers, you know, doing the points every single week, you know, investigating streams for, you know, penalties in which the admins have been good about finding people to penalize. That's about it. You know,
Well,
every little thing, you know, let's kick Melvin out. Let's penalize Momster for spinning out on a restart because we think he did it on purpose. You know, let's penalize this guy because we think he didn't make a required stop,
but
which
that's the
wasn't
thing,
true.
though.
You know,
Well, that's the thing, though.
we're so quick to pull the plug on drama. You know, if there's something blatant and obvious, we shouldn't be penalizing people each week. But then I
Well,
had to go investigate all those things just to find nothing.
I mean, if you've got 3 guys in 3 leagues, one guy should be running each. Am I right or wrong?
That's how, alright, so Kenrod, that's exactly how it was supposed to be. So when Billy first announced it, Rig was running Pro-Am, JD was running Pro, and I was running Elite.
Okay.
And then the whole Rig thing happened, and now Inno's running Pro-Am. JD and Inno, I don't even think they make the lobbies for those series. So,
Well, that
the
is what
only
it
thing
is.
that they were supposed to do, like neither of them, I don't think either of them get the results, so I can do the points. Neither of them, I don't even think, make the lobbies for to start the race. I don't even think they do that. You know, like again, if people want to cut ties over a league, that'll be disappointing. But you know, again, I've been full commitment to FTR. You know, taking a whole day off just so I could run the Elite Series and you know, this thing's been around since 2020. A lot has happened since 2020 for everybody. That's a long time. 8 seasons is a long time. But it got to the point to where, I mean, I'm at work just messaging people all day long because there's no help. You know, there's legitimately no help when it comes to doing anything other than, like I said, when it's decision time, it's time to make changes. Let's, you know, front and center, you know, and then, you know, then the amount of times that the opinions were insanely biased, you know, made it even harder because now I have to argue against a biased opinion, you know, trying to make the right call. But, you know, just reading some of these comments, having discussions. Well, Billy, you know, when you were running the entire show. I mean, it was your league, and I've asked you many times that I could help you. I've actually probably done more things when I wasn't an admin than most people have. 99% of the things that were put in place, you know, the whole qualifying format, that was brought up by me. Adding a Pro and Pro-Am series, not to mention all the scouting for drivers coming into this season, done by me. All this stuff was done before I was even an admin. Seasons before I was ever an admin, you know? And so sure, you were doing a lot of things, but again, it was your league. But again, you had many people to ask help for. But then you assign 3 admins, and it's not split evenly at all. Like, not even close. But, yeah, this is this is it. I think we got a good group too for our league there, Kenrod. I think so.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a good group of guys.
And I hate doing it because, again, it's gonna be weird not showing up Wednesday to FTR because I've done it for so long. But
yeah, it's gonna suck for a little while. I know how much you respect Billy, bro.
no, I don't understand FTR. No, you wouldn't just give me FTR. You know, Billy has been the owner, and every decision that we made collectively was we made it went through Billy, and either he approved it or he didn't approve it. But again, he put 3 admins, not 1. So again, I'm not asking to be the only admin, and I made that very clear in the message I sent to Billy. I'm not trying to be the only admin. I don't want to be the only admin, because I can't do it. I can't do it on my own.
Like
But I reached out.
Help.
I reached out a lot to Billy, who saw the message and replied to it, to the admins that I'm talking about. You know, I couldn't have done anything else. Like, I couldn't have done anything else except blow up the chats, which I didn't do. Like, unless I you know, everybody's saying I could have just did it through Discord, because that's a better option, I guess, you know, if Discord hasn't been blown up enough times.
No, I mean, it's one of them deals where you're not trying to fuck up FTR, bro. And just ruin everything on your way out.
But this kind of brings up the point that I originally brought up. You know, if you removed each one of the admins, what would change the most? You know, that's my entire point. Like, if people think I'm BSing it, not only that I give many examples, but if you remove Enel, how much changes? If you remove JD, how much changes? If you remove me, how much changes? And that's my entire point. You know, I'm not, again, I didn't want to be the only admin. I didn't want to be the owner. You know, it's Billy's league. It's always been his league. The reason FTR has been so successful is because of the amount of people that have been loyal to Billy. And like I said, I did a lot before even being an admin for FTR. So it's just more or less just basically stepping down from FTR. Basically all I'm doing. And I have Wednesdays open, so, because I took off so I could run Elite. But this is pretty much it. There's really nothing else to say. Just kind of reading the comments, hearing some of the arguments being made, but,
Well, listen to all that, bro, and, I mean, take it all in. And, like I said, talk to Billy. It's not about the stream. It's not about nothing else, bro.
There's no stress work about it, Billy. You put 3 of us in charge. You know, he said you wanted the big pants, so I put you in charge, and then you have to do some stress work and you bail. That I guess I'm the only one then. I guess. I mean, what about the other 2? You know, there's nothing about it. Like, it's, you know, what didn't I do as an admin, you know? And again, hearing all the backlash this season that people have said about the admins screwing up FTR, and it isn't the same without Billy here, that's not my doing.
Bro,
It's not my doing. It's not. You know, people are saying that because you have admins blowing up chats, and you have admins being caught out on other people's streams like Rig, you know? His entire stream was about JD, you know? And everybody's publicly... Same thing happened, was it Happy? Hellraiser? Happy? Somebody said the same thing about Enel. and what that you just said, you know? So all the bad looks being brought up back upon the admins. Nobody has said my name about anything yet, but they generally speak the admins as screwing up FTR. Well, then I might as well back down. I mean, you know, the other two, let them have it.
It's like Dan Rowe being pissed off and leaving last week. I mean, to piss Dan off, Dan the man is a calm dude. Like, he is chill. But when he left last week, he was like, fuck this, I'm out. And you gotta kind of rethink some shit. When people like that start saying stuff like that, you can't stay on the same course and the same path. Some stuff's got to change.
But if anybody wants to have,
yeah, not my opinion. Like, I have nothing to do with all that. All that inner working and shit, that's nothing to me. I love everybody, bro. I ain't got no problems with nobody really when it comes to nothing like that. I love Billy. Ain't nothing, babe. I love you, bro. Ain't nothing like that. But I didn't like the way I was treated last week, bro. And I ain't seen shit done about it.
And Niddle was told just the week prior about how he blew up in the main chat too. I forget if it was Happy or Hellraiser, but forget what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. So if anybody wants to have a legitimate conversation, and you guys can or can't, I don't care. We can have a legitimate conversation, but if we're gonna do that, we need to talk about, because I noticed nobody's even pinpointing my point. Everybody's dodging my point. Everybody's talking now, just like always. I'm the bad guy. Again, I'm the bad guy. What's new? If people want to have a conversation, people can be upset about how I did it. I tried. I messaged people multiple times about, you know, what I explained all this entire time. It's not, can't say I didn't try to say something. You know, people are telling me, well, you should have went to this person, you should have went to this person. I went to the people that I thought I should have went to, you know, and it's just time, I guess. So I don't care if anybody wants to have a conversation, more than welcome, we'll have a conversation. But if you're just gonna jump in a chat and cuss me out because I streamed to voice my opinion, don't bother, because I'm the bad guy like always. But if you guys want to have a conversation about FTR and the points in which I brought up, then there you go, we'll have a conversation. But I guarantee you, if somebody steps up and tries to talk about it, I guarantee you it's not going to be about FTR, it's going to be about everything else.
Yeah, fuck that. It should be about fixing FTR, bro. I mean, straight up. Everybody loves FTR. And personally, I would love to continue running there. It's nothing, I don't know how to say it. I mean, it is shitty that it's all on you, bro. And I mean, I get that. That's not fun. When you're supposed to have help and you need help, then where's the guys that's supposed to step up and help you? That's not right to you, bro. And that can't be put on you like that. That's not fair at all. That's just my opinion. It's like an asshole. Everybody got one.
Well, the difference there, Heavy, he said, but it wasn't crappy when it was all on Billy. You could say the same thing to Billy. It's his league. It's Billy's league. He can put whatever the heck he wants in place. It isn't my league. I can't just take the ropes and do whatever I want with it. Not that I want to. Again, I'm an admin. I'm not trying to be the owner of the league. It's Billy's league. So he had the power to put whoever, wherever, whenever, you know, whoever he wants in charge at any time. He could put whatever systems he's the owner. He can do whatever the heck he wants. I don't have that power, nor do I want that power. Again, I'm not the owner. I don't want to be the owner. Billy's the owner of FTR. So you can't even compare. He put 3 admins in charge. When he was the league owner, he was the league owner. He was doing everything. It's his league. But when he put 3 people in charge, if you put one person in charge, then that person can't complain when the workload's on them. But you put 3 people in charge, and it's 33%, 33%, 33%. That's how it should be. When you put 3 people in charge, or at least close to that. I mean, Inno and JD don't even make the lobbies for Pro-Am and Pro. Not that I'm aware of. And that's the smallest of expectations. I've had guys message me telling me they want to move to Elite because Pro can't even make a lobby without having issues. And I'm not talking about the lag. I'm not talking about the lag. I'm talking about simply getting a lobby together. So, again, take it how you want it. If anybody wants to have a conversation, I'll be more than happy to have a conversation about FTR. But if I'm just going to get blown up and cussed out because people are unhappy, I tried to do it. I tried. I messaged Billy. I talked about it with the admins over message in our admin chat. And you can go back up and find the messages. So, pretty much that's going to be it, Kenrod. I don't think there's anything else to announce. I know a lot of people are unhappy, but...
Well, that's part of it, I guess. But, like I said, when it comes to the inner workings of all that shit, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, no, and you know, the people that, you know, Heavy, I've known him for 4 years. I know JD longer than I know Billy and Heavy. JD's one of the first guys that I met on this game.
I
you know,
understand he's got to work a lot too, bro, and he's on the road
I get it.
a lot. So
I get it.
I get that.
But, like I said, I've known these guys for a long time, and I don't want to just come up here and dip, because it's going to be weird the next couple weeks when I'm not running over there. You know, I didn't want to do it. You know, this could have been. I could have pulled the plug. Well, yeah, I'm 100% down to talk. But like I said, I could have pulled the plugs after the first time. You know, a week after, we're appointed as admins, and you've got one guy telling me he's gonna quit if this guy doesn't get kicked for whatever happened months ago. It's just, you can call me childish for you know, going on live and doing it. Like I said, I try to do it behind the scenes. People can say what they want about it. There's always 2 sides to it. But pretty much, you know, with that being said, I explained my side of it. You know, if you can somehow pinpoint and prove to me that, you know, I'm incorrect about something, then, you know, I mean, there's no opinions about it. I haven't opinion-based anything. This is all off of what has happened. You know, Heavy, I love you, dude. Miss FTR and Billy have done more for me on this game than some people I know in real life, and I mean that, you know, with some of the things that they've done. Billy and Miss FTR, and again, like I said, I hope when it comes to the personal ties, you know, when it comes to playing Fortnite with your buddies, when it comes to getting on and racing with your buddies, if quitting the league, and I was told this yesterday when I was talking about doing this, if you are to quit the league, and people are going to cut ties with you for quitting the league, I was told that it's not true friends. Again, I haven't cussed at a single person, haven't bashed a single person. I'm just coming up here explaining my side of it, responding to some of the comments, defending my argument, which I don't think there's any argument against the statement I'm making. There really isn't. And if anybody wants to have a conversation, I'll have a conversation. Billy and Miss FTR, closer with them the last 4 years than I've been with anybody on this game. You know, Heavy is just one of those guys that even if I don't race with him and talk to him, I'll still go out of my way and message him. You know, there's guys that, like, you'll race with and they'll disappear for 2 months and then they'll come back and you talk to him. Heavy isn't that. Like, he's been working, he hasn't been racing too much, and he's one of the guys that I still reach out to just because I'm close with him. You know, I've been closer with JD than I've been with anybody in a long time. And, you know, I tried going to Billy and explaining my side of it. I mean, I left an 11-minute voice message explaining to him exactly what I explained tonight. And, you know, sure, there's probably things that I could have done that I didn't do. You know, people are always going to pinpoint something that you didn't do. But I'm just trying to explain all the things that I did do, because there's a lot that I did do to avoid exactly this very stream. So, there's really nothing else that people want to... there's really nothing else for me to say. Again, when it comes to the personal ties, you know, hope it doesn't go anywhere. You know, mutual people, you know, many people have quit leagues and then come back and reunite. You know, stuff happens. And people, if you're on my friends list, I've probably gotten into an argument with you at some point or another over the last 4 years, if that's how long I've known you. You know, Kenrod, I haven't known you near as long, but we've been pretty close since
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
getting together. I don't even remember how it happened,
I mean,
but
you met me in a lobby and asked me to come run FTR with you after you seen me running Dash for Cash stuff, bro. That's been super fun. I mean, like I said, I friggin' love it. It's amazing what you can do in a lobby full of guys that deserve to be there. Look at the Dash for Cash races at the beginning of that season. I mean, before people started getting eliminated and knocked out. Look at the good races we had on normal draft, bro. With 30 guys in the lobby. That's just my point on it. And I'll leave that there. And like I said, I love you to death, Billy. It ain't. I ain't got no better problems with you, bro. I love you to death. Miss FTR, you're a good lady, too.
like I said, it's not even close, man.
End, bro.
Like I said, it's not even close. And I acknowledge, you know, the things that Billy and Miss FTR have done for me over the last couple of years. And, I mean, there's a lot of things. Like, I've seen Billy pay people's bills and
yeah, man, good people. I mean, there's nothing like that.
And he has a grandbaby coming. He shouldn't have to run the league.
No, he shouldn't.
But I'm not 13 anymore. You know, I'm not 13 anymore with you know, all the time in the world, you know, being able to Sunday through Saturday get on at 10 in the morning and play till 10 at night, you know, during COVID, having all the free time. It's not like that anymore, you know. I don't have that time. I had Wednesday off so I could run Elite, you know. I just don't have the time that I had. If I had the time that I had years ago, this never would have happened, you know.
I moved my own TCR All Tracks League just so I could run on Wednesdays, bro. If that tells you how excited I was to run with FTR, I moved the whole entire TCR All Tracks League to Saturdays to be able to run on Wednesdays. And don't give me, I would love to continue doing that, man. But it just sucks getting knocked out of the way and shit every week. Yeah, I hate that. That's not fun.
Yeah, the racing and you know, I think came to an agreement with Billy that there's not the hard part about the whole racing and you know, Pro-Am and Pro-Am showed out against Elite this season.
And
you know, props to them.
How can that happen, bro? Like,
props to them. But yeah, that's a good point. But again, like the statement we made, you know, earlier in you know, the stream, which that's all this is a stream, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
but you know, the whole point was what the hell was I saying? I lost train of thought. The roster in Elite isn't what it used to be. You know, like I said, this used to be, you could have called FTR the Pro League a couple years ago, a couple seasons ago. But actually, I think that would be 2 calendar years.
Bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, but at the same time, a lot of those guys have moved off from the game. But regardless, that's secondary. So, yeah, gonna keep rolling. Keep on going. You know, again, I'll probably end up having conversations with people after this, which I'm down for. I just do not. Again, if we're gonna have a conversation, I want to have a conversation about the problems in FTR. If you're gonna come in here and bash me, which I'm not doing.
Get that shit fixed, bro. No, get that shit fixed. You're gonna talk about something, and get what's done. Get what needs to be fixed. That's if you're gonna talk.
Alright, so with that being said, I think we're just repeating at this point, just going
Yeah.
on. Just
Alright, bro.
kind of
Yeah, I'm
listening to
about
the
to lay
comments,
down.
so.
I'm about to lay down now. Like I said, love everybody. It's all peace here, bro. I ain't nothing against nobody. I love everybody and I enjoy racing with everybody, man.
Yeah, it's not an easy announcement to make, being I've been in FTR for as long as I have been. It's not one that I wanted to make. It's just didn't work out. Tried to do something about it, and just didn't work out. That's really all there is to it. So hopefully,
I just hope y'all talk, bro. That's all I care about. But anyways, alright. Well, thank you for inviting me onto your stream, man. And everyone have a good night.
yeah.
Eat.
Yep. Peace.